Hey, thanks so much for checking out this series preview for our high school ministry. I'm Kevin Nunnery, the high school pastor, and I'm excited to share with you about a series that's coming up. It's going to be 2 weeks, March 27th and April 3rd. The series is called Listen to the Music. Yes, named after that old Doobie Brothers song. Parents, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Students, if you do not, consider this an opportunity for some musical education. The series will also serve as a lead-in to a special event. More on that in just a moment. The idea behind this 2-week series is to challenge our students to really engage with how we worship through song. I think it's easy to come in and just go through the motions on a Sunday. We sing the lyrics, but we don't really take stock of what we are declaring. The worship songs that we sing here are full of scriptural truths that we may say we believe, but I fear far too often are forgotten outside of those few minutes with a band on a stage on a Sunday. So, in week 1 of the series, I'm thrilled to have my good friend and ministry partner, Jacob Russo, come in to teach. Now, you have probably seen Jacob on stage somewhere here at Brookwood, leading worship, singing, directing a band, because that's his primary role on our staff. But on March 27th, Jacob will be talking through the significance of worship, how it is certainly more than just singing a couple of songs, but why we sing some of what we do sing, and the impact of declaring biblical truth and what that can do in our lives. Then in week 2 of the series, I'm going to be speaking from Ezekiel chapter 27, verses 1 through 14. Ezekiel is not the most common book that we jump into when we're at church, and the passage we're reading is just kind of strange. It involves the Spirit of God carrying Ezekiel away to a valley of dry bones. Life is spoken over the bones, and they come to life. What in the world is happening here? Is this some kind of biblical zombie plague that's going to carry out a righteous religious infection plan? No, that's really silly. But we will dive into that text together on April 3rd, and we'll talk about what's really going on there. And we'll be structuring our worship set that night around this theme of coming alive. Jesus in John 5:24 speaks of passing from death to life, which is the most significant thing that can ever happen to any of us. Now, I mentioned that this series serves as a lead-in to a special event. A couple years back in 2019, we had our first United Night of Worship. We partnered with several like-minded churches here in the upstate to accomplish 2 goals. 1, worship King Jesus. 2, do this together, to show our students that it's not an us versus them mentality among the church. Our students work together, they go to school together, they play sports together, they live in the same neighborhoods, but perhaps attend different churches. We want to instill within them a kingdom mindset. We want to orient ourselves around the church and not just our church. And we haven't been able to do this the last couple of years, but we're thrilled it's back. It'll be here at Brookwood. It'll be on April 10th. It'll be from 5 to 8 p.m. Outside of the main building, I'm standing in the auditorium now, we'll have food trucks and games. It'll be just outside between here and South Campus. And then we'll come inside, we'll have some more fun. We're gonna have a blended worship band from all the churches. Chris Birch, who's the other student pastor here, he and I are gonna be sharing about stories. It's gonna be a great experience of coming together. Parents, if your students haven't been here in a while, great chance to encourage them to jump back in. Students, if you have not been here or you've got friends who haven't, what a great chance to get back connected to what we're doing here. We look forward to worshiping with our brothers and sisters in Christ from all around the upstate. A couple of resources for you. We have a recap of our Sunday gathering available by Wednesday of the following week on our YouTube channel, which you can now see on the screen. We also have audio from each week's teaching. It's available in podcast form. Just search wherever you find podcasts for Crave High School Ministry. Also available by Wednesday following that gathering. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is there on the screen. High school student, I am praying for you. Parents, thank you for allowing me and my team to come alongside you in the discipleship journey of your student. I'm excited for us to come together, listen to the music, and grow in wisdom and knowledge of who Christ is. We'll see you soon.